WWE superstar Cedric Alexander here to ask you one question, or maybe many questions. Do you like wrestling? Do you like podcasts? Do you have YouTube? Do you have Spotify? Do you have any other form of social media where you can listen to podcasts? Well, then you should be listening to A to the K WrestleTalk. That's A to the K WrestleTalk. Listen to it because I said so.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A to the K's WrestleTalk podcast. I'm Carl and you are with me and Anthony. Say hello,
Hey
Anthony.
everybody, how are we all doing? How are you doing, Carl?
I'm doing good, mate. How are you?
I'm good. You know, we're breaching YouTube these days. We're trying to push ourselves on there a little bit more. So I'm wondering whether we're going to end up turning into your typical YouTubers and just start these things like, "Hey, what is going on, guys?"
Hey
like
guys,
every YouTuber ever.
Yeah, it's literally like, why is it always, "Hey guys"? Hey guys.
I swear to God, anyone who's listening to us, if you ever hear me talking about that little notification bell, shoot me.
I feel like there's a t-shirt coming on then. Little notification bell end. That's what we should
Love
have.
it. Fucking love it.
Yes. So, as you have all come to know and love from us, no vanity, of course, is you will hear our predictions. No, you won't. You will hear our run through of the shows this week.
I mean, at this point, I'm quite happy to predict Money in the Bank if you'd like.
Yes, that's a good.
I think I stand
idea.
a good chance.
You also may notice we are a day late because obviously we had the Money in the Bank pay-per-view last night, so we decided to wait to actually give and talk about the results as opposed to our predictions on that. But as you know by now, we will go through Raw, we will go through Dynamite, we will go through NXT, and we will go through SmackDown, and then obviously we will update you on the latest news from the Ringside Report, and finally we will chat through Money in the Bank. What a crazy show that was. So yeah, we will go through that as well.
Sounds like a good fun episode, guys.
It does, right?
You're welcome. I mean, obviously we're not going to linger too much on This Week in Wrestling this week because a lot of it was the build up to Money in the Bank. So Money in the Bank's the big one. That's our third segment for the week anyway. So we'll keep it as brief as we can, although mine and Carl's version of brief can differ to a lot of people's as well.
Yeah,
by brief, I mean less than 6 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty brief for us.
It is. I mean, to talk about a 3-hour show in less than 3 hours is good.
Exactly.
So that being said, Carl, do you want to kick us off with Raw?
Let's do it. So this week's Raw, although if you listen to this, it won't be this week's Raw, it'll be the previous week, but stick with the program. Raw opened up with another VIP lounge for the second week in a row, for some reason. So this time it was pretty much carbon copy of the previous weeks, only it was with the women of the Money in the Bank. That being said, Asuka I don't know what it is. She just has me in stitches every time she comes on the screen. She's just a fucking nut job.
Yeah, there's certainly, I don't even know what you can call this new gimmick, but there's certainly something to that like it's endearing in a way. I don't know.
It's something.
It's something.
But yeah, she was just doing a usual weird shit. But like, I was literally laughing out loud at one point. She was singing along to Nia's theme, just like stupid stuff like that. I don't know what it is, just gets me every time. But so
let's face it, that segment would have been a lot more boring without her.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, Jesus. If you look who she was in company with, so obviously Asuka was in the ring, as well as Nia Jax and what's her face, Shayna Baszler, who are just compelling, entertaining individuals.
Yeah. I don't mean this in any sort of disrespectful way in terms of race, but when the one person who can't speak English is better on the mic than the other two, that is a fucking worrying situation right there.
That's an excellent point. But yeah, as you can expect, it went pretty much that way. So I don't know. Interesting. Obviously, we know the results of Money in the Bank now, and we're not going to spoil it as part of the segment. But I thought it was really interesting that they kind of highlighted Nia throughout it all. So obviously they've been pushing Shayna for a while now as like this badass, like, fucking biting people and fucking breaking people's arms and whatever else she wants to do. But like she was kind of touted as like the most dominant force and stuff like that in the match. And I don't know, kind of threw me off a bit, to be fair. Considering the kind of what they've been doing with Shayna, it was seemed a bit odd.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird actually because they almost parallel in SmackDown in that sense, and we obviously will talk about SmackDown, but in the sense that they've gone, well, we're pushing Tamina, so let's push Nia. They're similar in that terms of that monster female kind of thing, and it seems that they're both both brands are trying to push them as unstoppable leading into Money in the Bank, which is a strange step.
Yeah, don't know what it is. They must have like fucking something for Samoa.
So, maybe, yeah.
Maybe it's a flavor of the month, but who knows? But yeah, shenanigans unfolded. Shayna got on the mic and was like, she says, she does all her talking in the ring. That's because she can't talk for shit. So no surprise there. But shenanigans ensued, and they decide.
Do all my talking in the ring that you're in the ring?
It's a very good point, actually. You know what? I'd love someone to have like this sassy kind of gimmick where they just come out and just point out stupid shit when people say things. Literally just pop up out of nowhere. It's like, you are in the ring, by the way. Just like disappear again.
Yeah,
I'd love it. I'd love it. But yeah, shenanigans ensued, and Shayna and Asuka kicked Nia Jax out the ring, and then she was selling the knee, stuff like that, and then hype for the Money in the Bank match. They did what it needed to, I guess, but
yeah,
pretty bland.
Yeah, I'm kind of worn out on MVP at the minute. I believe he's got some sort of backstage job as well, whether it's some sort of producer or some crap. But I don't get the insistence on having the VIP lounge, especially when you've not really got content for it. Because let's face it, that was that just to fill out 3 hours? Because that wasn't necessary.
No idea. I mean, I think most of the stuff Raw does is to fill out 3 hours, to be fair, and it does kind of show. So
yeah. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This should be a 2 hour show.
Oh God, yeah.
They always seem to they're struggling to fill the time, and sadly they're contracted, aren't they? There's a network issue now. They've gone, we've got a 3 hour show for you, and now they have to provide one. So it is what it is.
Indeed. So interesting kind of start to the show. Not exactly off to a flyer, but it was okay. That being said, the next kind of thing was the gauntlet match. So obviously, we found out previously that there was going to be a slot open in the match because of Apollo's injury. So they decided to do it in terms of a gauntlet match, which was quite interesting. Started off with Lashley and Titus O'Neil, of all people, because obviously, why not?
Before we mention the gauntlet match, are we clear whether this is a kayfabe injury on Apollo? Because it was a fucking good match that the injury came from. And I hope it's not a storyline thing, because to sideline him for a story is shocking, because that could have been a really good push for him now.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've never been clear about it. Have they just gone, well, he can't do it now, so...
Yeah, I'm definitely not clear on it, but if they have done it, then it seems a bit fucking silly. Maybe they were like, it was going to be Apollo, but then they found out that AJ would. Oh shit! Spoilers. But then they found out that AJ was available, and so
he dug himself out of a hole.
Literally. And then so who knows? But the gauntlet match kind of started off with Bobby Lashley getting his kind of. I don't know. He's a weird one, Bobby, and let's be honest. He's not getting pushed, and he's not really. He came back and he was like, "Fucking hell, Bobby Lashley, he's back." He'd been in MMA and everything by this point, and then I don't know. He's just floundering a bit. He had the weird thing with Lana, which is still kind of going on, but he's not really anything. But then they seem to be trying to do something with him now, where they're kind of remembering the fact that he's a big fucking ripped motherfucker, and so they're trying to actually, get him to look menacing. And like the start of this gauntlet match, that seemed to be the way. So he got rid of Titus, he got rid of Tozawa, he got rid of Shelton Benjamin quite easily, really. Before then, he finally got his fight in Umberto.
Okay.
Because why not? And Umberto kind of did a pretty decent job, kind of hanging in there and stuff. But then the worst ever disqualification I've ever seen in my life. So basically, Lashley is beating him up in the corner, and he kind of slightly hits the ref with his shoulder a little bit, maybe grazes him, and the referee's like, fuck that, mate, you're disqualified.
Just having a bad day.
Okay, yeah. Literally, no idea. It was didn't make any sense whatsoever. It was a proper shit DQ though.
They probably meant to have sold it a bit differently. Like, I don't know how much instruction they give them when they say, you're going to shove the ref and get disqualified. I don't know. Maybe it was meant to look more intense.
Who knows? I mean, like when the referee's letting things fly, like fucking breaking people's arms and fucking biting people, stuff like that is fine. But accidentally,
a slight shove.
Jesus, that's crossing the line. So yeah, I don't know. That ended up seeing Lashley gets disqualified.
Yeah.
Apparently,
it's a good job he didn't pull anyone's hair. They really don't like that.
Jesus, imagine. But yeah, so that happened, and then obviously Angel Garza came out next, so I thought that was quite good. Obviously, him and Umberto got really good chemistry, and obviously
it's nice to revisit it, but not in a sense of let's just have that match again. Because they did have some really good matches together, and that was kind of done. So yeah, it's nice that you kind of get a touch on that without going right. Let's just have another singles match with them.
Yeah, and I thought exactly what you said there. They kind of handled it quite well, I suppose. It didn't really feel that forced, but it kind of felt a bit more compelling because they've got that kind of history. And then, I don't know, maybe they've been watching a couple of AEW tapes, but then the next bit that kind of ensues is just some interesting finishes, like in terms of pins. So Umberto just gets a sunset flip and pins him. Which I thought was interesting. Like, that's not really something WWE does often. And then, wouldn't you know it, Austin Theory comes out next. So, Zelina Vega still got someone else with the opportunity to get involved. And then again, interesting pin. So there's a superplex off the corner. Austin Theory hits the superplex on Umberto, but then Umberto manages to turn it into a pin. So yeah, just some interesting kind of pinning styles. I feel like they've just watched a couple of episodes of AEW and gone, yeah, let's try some weird shit. Yeah,
I mean, I can't say categorically that that's what they're doing, but if they're not taking note of interesting things like that, then it'd be a shame. And the both products should learn from each other in that sense, and it makes the match in a technical sense more interesting. So I'm all for that if they're going to take some notes in that sense. And like you say, that certain things like that you don't see them coming.
Yeah. So I feel like it was definitely seemed like AEW vibes. But yeah, so he gets the pin off the superplex, and then spoiled it by now already. But AJ Styles happens to make his return, and
what?
I don't know what. But I'm interested to get your thoughts on this. For me, it just felt like a massive waste. Like, literally, the guy got buried alive, and he was like, he's not been seen since. And then he just comes back down like nothing's different. He's wearing a fucking OC t-shirt, even though those guys have been fired.
Yeah, apparently he didn't even get changed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what a smelly bastard. But no, like, literally, I don't know. I'm not saying he should have been like coming back as like a dead man gimmick or.
No, but I think kind of even just some sort of impact, because let's face it, this is probably the first time they've no-sold a buried alive match, because that's what's happened. I think, am I right in saying, I don't know if it was in the match or in a promo at some point later on, but he was like, I was buried, so what, or whatever. It's like, even verbally dismisses it, and it's like, I've not seen that happen before.
No, yeah. So basically, again, spoilers, but he ends up going on to win the match. Then he cuts this little promo at the end of it, saying he's not a zombie.
That's when the promo was. My bad.
I ruined it way earlier, but yeah. So he wins the match. He gets the final spot on the Money in the Bank. But then, yeah, that weird promo at the end. He's like, he's not a zombie. He's not a ghost. He's just a phenomenal AJ Styles. He just no sells the fact that he got fucking buried alive.
Which is more. I mean, let's face it. His two mates, they got buried so much in that match that they don't even work for WWE anymore. That's commitment. Sorry.
Savage. So yeah, I don't know. AJ Styles makes a return, and now he's in the Money in the Bank match, and he's alive. So okay, that's pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, and yeah, apparently, just dig yourself out. Not a problem. Like, let's in a kayfabe sense, 6 foot of soil. Not a problem. It's all good.
Oh, yeah. Easy though.
Yeah, very breathable soil as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's very porous. You can just breathe right through all that. Yeah, he had no problem.
Nah, just comes back fine. Nothing really ever happens.
No.
So yeah, AJ Styles goes on to Money in the Bank. Then we get a Seth Rollins promo. So again, very similar shtick here, but it does work. He's going on about Drew not being a leader, and it's basically the fact that it's not Drew's destiny to be the champion who takes us into the future. It's Seth's Seth's destiny. But he's basically saying that he's trying to unburden Drew. Having the belt must be a burden to him and stuff like that. He's been the champion before, and he knows all the pressure that comes with being a leader and yada yada yada. And I don't know, it works. It works for me for the Messiah character, I think.
Yeah, I think a little side note for me. I suppose it's a slight nod into SmackDown, but it's not something I'm going to mention too much on SmackDown. But I noticed him in SmackDown we had Bray and Braun going face to face and having a chat, and Bray uses a similar terminology in which he's talking about the belt, the championship being a burden. I'm not sure what that is. When did they become burdens? Are they heavy?
Do you know what? I noticed that as well. Yeah, it's not exactly the best message, is it? Being WWE champions a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. I mean, the only one I'd call a burden is the 24/7 title, because you must be a nervous fucking wreck holding that thing.
Unless you fucking the Gronk who just got it now and then it's off TV forever.
I want it. I want him to keep that. I want him to be on the fucking field. You know, because I'm great with American football terminology. I want him to be running to the end zone or whatever, and I want someone to take him out and pin him. That's what I want. Not that it'll ever happen, but that's what I want.
That would be the ideal. But let's be honest, it's just going to stay with Gronk for a while, and then he's not going to come back to WWE, and then the 24/7 title will just cease to exist ever again.
And that's what they'll do. Or they'll just bring him back every once in a while with the belt. Held it for 10 years, because why not?
Why the fuck not? So yeah, Rollins promo, pretty fine. Rollins is pretty fine. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
He's the Monday night fucking sexy man, is what he is. But yeah, so trying to unburden Drew. That's the whole reason he wants to. He doesn't actually want the title. He just wants to rid him of his burden of being the champion. Yada yada yada. But no, I thought it was fine. Pretty good promo again from Seth. So it kind of hyped me up a little bit. Then randomly, so we found out the previous week that MVP, we were saying for a while now he should be a manager, maybe even the Street Profits, something like that. No, he's got one better. He's got Brendan Vink and Shane Thorne. So he was hyping them up ahead of the
Street Profits didn't need any help, did they? They're totally likable and really over with everybody.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he kind of cuts this little promo, kind of hyping up Brendan Vink and Shane Thorne, who apparently are Australian. That's their gimmick, I think. So
yeah,
okay. Then we get a promo package for Edge. Now this pissed me off a bit, to be fair. So
yeah, I mean,
Edge
I'll let you talk.
Edge is returning next week, which is tonight for us. He's returning this week on the hunt for Randy Orton. Why? He just
apparently
really
it's
killed
not
him.
done. Because as we've learned from every single feud that Baron Corbin is in, just don't let it end. Don't let it end when it's meant to end. Keep it going forever.
We will talk
that's how
about
things
that.
work in the WWE.
In the Money in the Bank segment, guys, you've got some fun things to listen to.
But this was over. This was done and dusted, and I'm in the same boat with you. Like, what the fuck? They had the match on the biggest show, the biggest stage of them all. Why is he still hunting for him?
Literally, it had one of the best builds on WrestleMania. There was a really cohesive story behind it, and Orton got his comeuppance at the end of it, and it was done for me. And as you've said, I know they love fucking dragging things out for way too long, but for me, this was done and dusted. So the only thing I can think of, which even if it is this case, it's still a stupid way to do it. But maybe Edge is coming back to look for Orton, and then someone else gets involved and sets up his next feud or something. But I don't know. It just why would he come back and look for Orton? Stupid.
It's done. It's over, man. Let it go. You got 40 plus minutes with him. Just leave it be now.
Exactly. Fucking hell.
Longer than most people get. That's like 50 Goldberg matches, man. Let it go.
Oh, fucking hell. Exactly. I mean, I forgot how long that match went to, just reminded me. But, seriously, it's done. It was done fucking 10 minutes into your match. Fucking hell. Let alone how long.
I'll reasonably give them 20, 30. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, so let's see what happens there with that one. Seems pretty odd to me. Then we got Murphy cutting a promo ahead of his match with Drew. So he's the main event tonight against Drew. Says that, obviously, because that's what we all want to see. But yeah, he was like, Seth believes he can beat Drew, but, and he believes that Seth can beat Drew too, but he knows that he can beat. Okay,
cool.
Buddy.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. You're not my guy, buddy. You're not my buddy guy. So yeah, again, okay, that happened.
Sure.
Then we got the much anticipated Vink and Thorne match.
Another thing that really pissed me off.
Yeah. So, MVP's got this team now, and Cedric, Alexander, and Ricochet are doing a phenomenal job as a tag team. They've had dubious kind of singles runs where they've been quite publicly, slammed by Vince or whatever, and kind of dropped, and they've tried to make the best out of a bad situation, and they're forming quite a really good partnership. In my opinion, still haven't got
Totally
a fucking
agree.
name.
Still.
That aside, they're both fantastic performers individually, and as a tag team, that shines through as well. So really big on these guys. So thought it was interesting when those guys called them out last week, because it's a rematch effectively, because Cedric and Ricochet already beat them once. And well, there you go. Sean and Vic go over. What the fuck?
Because what they needed was MVP. That's what they needed.
Yeah,
an old man with a mouth.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
I'm saying that all like that, but that's what Brock needs. So yeah, maybe it works.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know. Like, as you said, it pissed me off this, because who the fuck are Vink and Thorne? They're not going to do anything with them. You know what I mean? And
they're going to get lost in the tag division like every fucker else.
Exactly, and like they'll get bored of them, and they'll just fucking dry up sooner rather than later. But
the problem is
Cedric and
WWE.
Ricochet,
Yeah, but this is the problem I've always had with WWE, that since the Attitude Era, they've been shit with tag teams. I don't want to be unfair to the Attitude Era, because we had like the Hardys, the Dudleys,
Edge Christian,
those two. Even like slightly later on with the Rated RKO, you can look back on fondly, but they've never been great with the tag division, like in the Ruthless Aggression era or onwards. And this is another sign of it for me, where you've got Cedric and Ricochet, which they have natural chemistry. They're a really good tag team. They're building well, and I'm nothing against Vink and Thorne, because they NXT, I guess, I don't know, and they probably gel well together, but we've not been able to get invested in them just yet. So why the fuck book it like this? It just,
no idea.
It's messy,
I just
and like
feel
you say, they're going to lose interest anyway.
That's it. It's so annoying, because Cedric and Ricochet were starting to actually build some momentum. When they first formed as a team, they got beat, and I was like, oh, seriously? And then they started winning a couple of matches, then they lose to these guys, and I don't know. It
was too soon and wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's just typical 50-50 booking from WWE to go, well, these guys won last time, so I don't know, we'll make these guys win this time. And it's fucking stupid. It really is. So I was pretty pissed off by that, to be fair.
No, I totally agree.
But it was okay.
I've been getting behind them the last few weeks, so it does annoy me that they've took a loss so soon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, fuming. But
Agreed.
It was okay, because my fortunes were going to change, because I was very annoyed by that. And then the next segment was the sleep profits. Fucking hell, right? Snooze. These guys, man, who, like we say every week, who told them they had charisma or were entertaining in any capacity? They're fucking boring, man.
Yeah, the only thing I can say without a doubt that he's got is a fucking mouth.
God, and he doesn't run it. Fucking hell, that guy pisses me off. But yeah, so they were chatting shite, for a bit, and then they have a match. They're taking on the Viking Raiders. But that being said, the Viking Raiders actually picked up the win, so I was quite glad about that. I think, again, just going to show that they're not consistent in the fucking slightest, WWE. A couple of weeks ago, we had the whole fucking carpool karaoke shite and eating turkey legs and all this stupid shit. And then now they look like a legitimate tag team again. So I don't know whether they just fucking tripping acid or something the week that they did that. But, who knows? Vince is just there, fucking high as balls, going, that's good shit. But,
just on a massive line of coke.
It wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. I mean, we'll come on to this in the Money in the Bank thing, but Vince does make an appearance in that, and part of me does wonder what he was doing before the guys fucking broke into his office. But
I think that's just his standard face now. Again, we'll talk about it more on Money in the Bank. I think that's just his standard face. Confused old man just happens to be his face now.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so I don't know. I was happy the Raiders got the win, and I just hope that they keep, they sack off the comedy shite and just keep them as a threat for now. Because let's be honest, the gimmick itself's already ridiculous enough. They're a fucking pair of Vikings, and if you're going to go down the comedy route with it as well, then I don't know. Unless you do really, really well, it's just going to bomb. So just keep them as a serious threat, and maybe it'll be okay.
Here's the problem I've got, though. They're all about pushing the Street Profits, right? Quite clearly, you can see it in WWE. That's who they want to push, right? So inevitably, the Street Profits gonna win. They're gonna do some sort of pay-per-view match with the Viking Raiders, and they're gonna retain the titles, right? Mm-hmm. I'll say it now, even though our predictions have been disastrously wrong. lately, right? So in that interest of building the Street Profits, they have somewhere else to go, right? So we can't keep back and forth with the Viking Raiders forever. But who else is there? Because they've just fucking ruined Cedric and fuck.
Ricochet.
Oh yeah, Ricochet. Our favourite guy.
Ricochet.
So it doesn't look like they're going to keep booking that. I could be wrong. It doesn't look like they're booking them very strong with this whole back and forth they've had this week. So then who are the Street Profits going to move on to? Because Raw's looking quite weak on the old tag front.
I know. Like, if you think about it, SmackDown has got a really strong like tag team division, whereas Raw just has nothing.
The Forgotten Sons should have gone over to Raw. I don't get, like, they've debuted on, and I get it, they were filling a gap for the Usos, but we've got, when the Usos are back, we've got Usos, New Day, Miz and Morrison, the Lucha House Party. We've now got the Forgotten Sons. It's our cup runneth over, as it were, in SmackDown.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's going to have to be some sort of fucking change or something that happens, you know.
When do we get our draft or superstar shake-up or whatever the fuck they call it now?
Who knows?
Have we had it? Knows? Has it been? Did it happen?
Superstar social distancing shake-up from me.
We just move thumbnails instead.
Who knows? But yeah, so I don't know. They just bore me, the Street Profits, but I'm glad the Viking Raiders got the win, so hopefully they're not fucking driving around in a car and doing stupid shit anytime soon.
And there's a spoiler for you guys. Street Profits weren't on Money in the Bank. Thank fuck.
Thank fuck for that. Then next on Raw was a Drew McIntyre interview, and again, just excellent, man. He's I don't know. I feel like every week I feel like a proper Drew mark, but I don't want to like let the fact that I like the guy kind of cloud my judgment. He's really good, like surprisingly really good.
I think he massively smacks or vibes of the era that we love in wrestling. I think that's what it is. The way he conducts himself in the ring, the way he talks. I think he is someone who clearly loved wrestling as a kid and emulates that sort of style. And it just resonates, I think, with us. And I know you're a fan of him, but I don't think you're being unfair when you're saying it was a really good promo. And like from our perspective, certainly it is. You know, if you're a fan of the Roman Reigns, come out and read from the script in a very monotone voice way. You know, more power to you. But this just feels so much more natural, and I'm all for it. I like any segment he has, to be honest.
I think that's it. And I say it every week. It is natural. It's organic. It just comes so naturally to him that he doesn't feel like he's playing this stupid character. He feels like it's just him. He's a wrestling fan. He's learned from his mistakes. He's come back and he's fucking getting what he deserves, and it comes across really well. And he just, I don't know, he just seems so like legit. You know, he's a massive motherfucker. He can hang with Brock, but at the same time, he's got like, you know, charisma that I never thought he had, really. So it's it kind of impresses me week on week.
And that, to be fair, and Brock has always been a guy like this, but his agility shocks me sometimes as well. Mm-hmm. Like that moonsault, was it, over the top rope?
Oh, like the swanton, wasn't it?
The swanton, sorry, a couple of weeks back. That was insane. For a man his size, he shouldn't be able to do that. Like stuff like that's impressive as fuck.
That's it. He does fucking kip ups in the ring and everything, doesn't he? Like he's a freak. So I'm really.
But that's what makes it, like, when you watch wrestling, you look for these people, don't you? Where it's like Herculean almost, isn't it? It's like, fucking, how is he even doing that? And that's the kind of thing you get from him. Like
he's got like this really good blend of what Vince McMahon creams his pants over from like a physical, you know, specimen point of view versus what like real pure wrestling fans love in a wrestler, where, you know, he's got in-ring ability, he's got, you know, athleticism, like agility, he's got everything that you want. So he's got it, hasn't he? Like he has got
exactly,
it.
Yeah. So he should rightly be the next face of the business.
That's it.
I don't know if he's gonna be like the guy on the cover of games and stuff like that. I sincerely hope he is, though.
That's it. Just don't make him smile. He's got a fucking creepy smile. You know, that aside, I'm really impressed with him, and I think this promo was what we've started to like come to know and love from him. You know, he basically is there with his wit, saying, you know, Buddy Murphy thinks that he can, you know, beat him. He knows he can beat him. You know, he said he must have hit him harder than he thought he did last week. It's like Buddy Murphy doesn't even know what his name is. Does Buddy even know what his name is anymore? It's stuff that we think as well. Like, okay, 1 minute he's Buddy Murphy, the next minute he's Buddy, next minute he's Murphy. Like, who the fuck is he? And like, he just calls it out, and it's stuff like that, which just makes you like the guy.
He'd have a really good place on a show like this.
Yeah, he would. But yeah, it's one of them. He does all that, and he's like, but at the same time, it's not just doing it for cheap laughs. Like, it plays into the narrative. So he's saying that, who is he? Does he even know anymore? Because he is a confused young man. He's the type of guy that Seth preys on, and that's why he's his stooge and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just thought it was a really good thing. And he's like, if the Messiah is willing to sacrifice Buddy Murphy, and Buddy Murphy's willing to sacrifice himself for the Messiah, then who's he to deny the people of a good old slaughtering? And it's just, I don't know, just really good. So,
totally
classic
agree.
from Drew. Then, on the opposite end of the scale of promo ability, we get Alistair Black. Alistair Wack. What a shit promo, that guy. Honest to God. And, I found out recently that he's Dutch. So, maybe there's a language thing there. I don't know.
I don't know. I would never have guessed he was Dutch. He seems very fluent in English. He talks shit, but he talks English.
Well, yeah, he's fluent in shit, that's for sure. But I don't know. I kind of got, which, this was a gimmick we liked back in the day, the whole Sean O'Hare vibe, where he was like a bit of a preacher, kind of, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, that kind of thing. I kind of got these vibes this week from Alistair, but just really shit. Like,
unenthusiastic and a bit boring.
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of appeared from the smoke because, I don't know, is he a vampire? What is he? I don't know. I don't think he knows. But,
he's gone to Google and he's typed in edgy, and then he's done an image search and sort of combined all those things. So he wears weird jackets. He looks kind of vampire-esque. He's got the tattoos and the fog because, he's edgy.
He's every emo's dream. So, yeah, he was there, came out of the smoke and was like, oh, AJ, tell us how it felt to be swallowed by darkness 6 feet under. Just a terrible promo. Just, I don't know. Yeah. Just a load of shite. But yeah, he's basically saying because AJ's come out and being like, oh, I'm going to win, blah, blah, blah. Then, clearly getting buried underground didn't make him any more humble. And, if he throws Alistair off the building, then he better make sure that he doesn't get back up. You'd be fucking dead, mate. So I'm pretty sure you won't.
I think that's Alistair's problem with all of this. Is like, okay, being buried alive shouldn't humble a man. It should kill a man. I know we're talking wrestling, it's all kayfabe, but let's not talk like it's anything other than weird that AJ's back. And falling off a building should not be something that you get back up from. So it's a fair point, Alistair, I suppose, in some senses.
Yeah. So fucking hell, like that guy, Jesus Christ. He was my prediction to win the Money in the Bank because I feel like WWE are so over on him. But we'll obviously chat.
What do you mean, was Carl?
Well,
he could still. Who knows?
I'm not giving anything away. But yeah, so that happened. And then we got Charlotte because we love having Charlotte on Raw. As well as NXT, and she came out and she told us she's been doing double duties. So I thought, smelly bitch. But
the thing is, I don't like Charlotte, and I don't know why WWE have gone. You know what people need? More Charlotte. Charlotte twice a week. Oh yeah, right. I'm surprised she's not on SmackDown yet, but I actually love this bit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's it. She comes out and goes. She's been working double duty, and she's working Mondays and Wednesdays. Like, I wish you'd just fucking stay on Wednesdays, love. But okay, you're here. And then
some of us have to work all week, Charlotte.
Exactly, you lazy bitch. But
fucking part timer.
The bit that was awesome is that she gets interrupted by Liv Morgan, which I thought was pretty sick. But you know what? She was fucking fire. Like, this segment, she was really, really good.
She's really coming into her own. I'm very impressed with her lately.
Last week, the promo she gave after the match, which has been a fine match, her and Ruby have got good chemistry, and they've had a couple of decent matches now. The promo she gave after the match last week, where she was like, "I'm just trying to figure myself out," blah blah blah, wasn't great. It wasn't. It felt green, and it felt a bit like, okay, I'm not really sure what this character is, but this week she was so on top of the game. She came out and was like, forgive me for taking a minute to figure out who I am and who I want to be. It's not like everyone's born with a silver spoon up their ass. And it was like, oh, damn. And she's like, she never had a daddy to walk her to school, let alone to the front of the line of a career. Just some really good shots, you know what I mean? It's
stuff
Charlotte.
that pisses me off about Charlotte as well.
Well, that's it. I think exactly, like, she is just an entitled bitch. Goes around calling herself the queen. It's like, no, your dad was good, and now you've got a job because of your dad.
That's right. That your dad's the queen. Don't you forget. Wait,
what? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so Liv then kind of says all that and then challenges to a match, and the match itself was really good as well. I was thinking, I didn't really know how it was going to go because Charlotte is really tall and quite different as opposed to Liv, who's like on the shorter side, kind of different styles. But I thought they meshed really well together. I thought the match itself was really, really good.
No,
so
I agree. And normally I would piss and moan about the end, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she shouldn't have come and beat Charlotte in her first outing against Charlotte.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's actually a fair result. It's realistic, and it worked for me, and it didn't make her look stupid.
Well, that was it, because I felt like after the match, I saw on the internet and stuff, everyone was like, oh, they've buried Liv, like, what's the point? She was just coming in, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, no, losing isn't a burial. Like,
this is
it's
the
fine
thing.
to
This
lose
is what
stuff
people
when
lose.
it makes sense.
Like, losing to Brock Lesnar in less than 30 seconds, that is a clear fucking burial, right? This was... Sorry, Rick. Honestly, I am gutted for you on that one. But... this was just done. It was well executed. You can take a loss and come out looking well from it, as we've seen. I mean, Steve Austin, one of his biggest losses was what made him. So It just makes sense. Sometimes it works, and in this case, it worked because people on the internet is a horrible fucking place. Because if she'd have won, people would have gone, "Oh, right, they're going to put her over Charlotte straight away." Right?
Oh God, yeah. No one's ever happy.
So that's the thing. No one's ever happy. If she'd have come out and beat Charlotte straight off the bat, where would she have gone from there? She'd have gone down because they wouldn't have known what the fuck to do. We can build something here, and I'm totally on board with the result.
I feel like for me, she came out, had a really good show on the mic, had a really good show in the ring, and she proved that she could hang at the top of the division, which is exactly what you wanted to do. So I think it was really smart, and I'm actually quite excited, to see what happens with Liv now. It seems like the Ruby stuff's over with. I doubt that the Charlotte stuff's going to continue because she's got other things on and stuff. So I don't know. Like I'd quite like to see just a decent high profile feud, for Liv off the back of this one, which she's up against all odds and then so coming out the other side of with a win. So I'm not really sure who that's going to be or what that might be like, or even if they'll do that. But I don't know. The segment for me, I was already sold on Liv, but this, especially after last week where it was a bit, this kind of really, really sold me on her. I think she's gonna go really far. Yeah,
no, I totally agree. I think I'm intrigued to see where they go. I don't think she's going to move into a feud with Charlotte, but maybe she. I hope she will. They might back and forth on this. Do you know what I mean? She might not be done with that, but I don't know. Maybe because I don't really want to go up against Becky Lynch, mostly because I'm not really interested in seeing Becky Lynch in a match. But depending on the results of the Money in the Bank winner, whoever won that might challenge Becky, and then I don't know. It's many a thing they can do with her, but all she needs to do is just keep winning the right matches or coming out looking good from the ones she loses, exactly like they're doing right now, and they can build it up to a credible fucking star. And I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to move over to SmackDown. I think there's more people she can play off on SmackDown.
Oh God, yeah. I'm gagging for the match with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. Well, look, you got Alexa Bliss, you got Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, Sasha Banks, Bayley. In all fairness, these are all people she could have really good matches with, and they'd be credible, and they would help build her. Well, we'll see. Live and let live.
Hey. So I thought that was really good, and then the main event was Drew versus Murphy, and not really too much to say about this one. As expected, Drew ends up getting the win. Seth was there throughout the whole thing, watching from the ramp. Afterwards, he kind of, Drew wins the match. He kind of begs Seth to get in the ring. Seth retreats, only to kind of turn up and blindside him with a super kick. Picks up the belt, kind of stares at it for a bit, because obviously he's the chosen one and he's going to rid him of the burden of the belt, yada, yada, yada.
But you can't not stare at the belt. That's what people do.
Well, exactly. Belt. staring at the belt is right up there with putting a WrestleMania sign. It's just something you do.
It is something you do.
But yeah, so he goes to curb stomp Drew, but obviously Drew counters and goes for a Claymore, but Seth retreats. So it was everything it needed to be to kind of build up to the title match at Money in the Bank. So
Yeah,
rounded off
job.
the show nicely. So yeah, that being said, for me, I actually thoroughly enjoyed Raw this week. You know, there's always low sides, isn't it? Let's be honest. Every time fucking Street Profits are on the screen, for example, you know, fuck me. But
again,
you know,
massive problem in having 3 hours worth of show and not 3 hours worth of content.
exactly. I don't know. Like this would be like Raw would be so good as a 2 hour show where they actually concentrated on making them 2 hours really good, as opposed to just trying to squeeze as much shit in to create as much variety in 3 hours as they possibly can, and none of it being consistent.
Did it even help the ratings again? Because most people, I imagine, wouldn't want to commit to watching something for 3 fucking hours.
Exactly.
Like, we watch it, but I record it and then watch it back and fast forward through the shit that I don't like half the time.
Exactly. And it takes us like an hour to talk about it. And, you know, we know you guys, though, will spend an hour listening to us because we're awesome.
Because think of it this way, guys, right? We've put up with 3 hours worth of Raw to condense it down for you. So you should listen to the whole hour we've just spent talking.
Yeah. You can just pick out the good bits from us and live vicariously through what we're telling you. And so you don't have to put yourself through a 3 hour stint.
Totally agree. Don't worry about all the other stuff we didn't mention. Just go with what we're telling you.
Yeah,
these were the good bits and those were the bad bits and nothing else.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the show, everyone got in the ring, all the stars, and cut a promo on how good the 8 of the K WrestleTalk podcast is. And
yeah, and you know, we didn't ask them to. I think they just felt compelled, understandably. So you know, always appreciated.
That's it.
I love a bit of spontaneous promo.
Exactly. You know it happened. You know it was true because we're telling you. And
exactly. Don't even look into it. Doesn't matter.
No, just believe us. But that being said, Raw this week for me, thoroughly enjoyed, despite the, you know, the shit that comes with the 3 hour show. So for me, it's going to get a 3 out of 5 because I thought there was some really, really good bits in there and it hyped up Money in the Bank for me. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, I'm at a 2.5. There were good bits in there, can't deny it. I think the bits that you think are good, the Drew match, the Drew promo, the Charlotte match, I think we both agree was decent. Off the top of my head, I think that's it for me. But there was still too many weak points for me. I can't give it a 3 in my own head. I can understand totally where you've come from, Carl. There was, and it's a good build for Money in the Bank, but it's still a very weak show for me at the minute. So 2.5.
That's fair.